Well, you may not recognize our next guest, but if you've been watching the show from the beginning, then you know him well. CW Vance, thank you so much for joining us. By the way, do you know you're CW on the CW today?
No, I didn't know it was today.
Finally.
All right, well,
It's
I
happened.
learn something new every day. Thank you for finally having me. It's wonderful to be on this side of the table with you.
Okay, so you've escaped the newsroom to come join us for a little bit. So what's it like being in front of the cameras?
It's wonderful. I think that anyone who comes onto the stage is so excited to not only be here to talk about what they're doing, but just to be with you. I think that the community is spoken and people are ready to get here and talk to you because you really make everything so much better.
Well, we started this show. CW was my producer when we started. Tell us about what it was like when you got hired and how that felt.
It was funny. They said, we want to start a lifestyle TV show. And we had a couple things set in stone. We had the name, Daytime Buffalo, and this was before you came on board. We had some callers chosen that you could see, and we had the music, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So, no big deal. Just do a 1 hour long television show. So we had our work cut out for us.
What were the early days of the show like for you?
A constant barrage of, we have successfully done one day, now how do we recreate it each and every day? And you know this, we spent so much time on the phone calling people and doing this outreach of, would you like to come on the show? And it was like that for months and months,
Yeah, no one knew what we were talking about when we started this. So they were like, what do you mean?
It was up to us to set the tone, so.
Yeah. And what's the team been like to work with?
Moving from creative and back into news, where I'm originally from, has been a wonderful experience, but I will say the team with Daytime Buffalo is unlike any other. You, Sam, James, Sherry, Tyler, just the whole crew, Polly especially, has made it such an awesome thing to come in and do every single day. I think people always say you don't work a day in your life if you do something you love, and we get to make TV, right? We get to come on every day and have a great time with it. So the team is just phenomenal, and I certainly miss working with them.
We had a lot of fun with you, but what are some of the highlights? What are on your reel?
I would say the One Man's Trash circus was a great day. We had the One Man's Trash, I believe, the circus, along with Handsome Jack, band from Lockport, and then a slew of other guests all in one day, and that was a pretty crazy day.
That was I think one of our first shows that was completely Daytime Buffalo content, top to bottom.
Yeah, that's true.
And one of the first shows where we really pushed the limit on how many guests we could have.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what you saw going through that hallway?
It was absolutely nuts. So anyone that comes in on Daytime Buffalo, the first thing that they always notice is, wow, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of moving parts. So coming down the hallway, we just started the show, and we have an amazing crew here. But coming down the hallway to see a circus act, a band loading in full equipment, and probably 5 other guests just trying to mill about was incredible. But I felt really bad for the crew because they looked very stressed out. But we pulled it off. And I remember very specifically, I want to give a shout out to Rob, our director. Rob said, I don't know if this is going to work. I think you're a crazy person. And after the, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
After the show, he came up and he said, no, I really want you to know this. I can't wait to go home and watch it. I think it might be my best work. And it's things like that that make every day what you do and what the crew does worth it.
Yeah, we definitely put our crew through the ringer, and all of you guys have just stood beside us and let us crazy people and our crazy ideas just run with it and taken it, and it would not be what it's. There's only so much we can do to get us here. It is everyone behind the scenes that puts it on TV and makes it happen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What surprised you the most about when it started?
I think it was really the community's reaction. When we started the show, the one thing we set out was, how can we be a sounding board for the people that don't have voice? How can we be a reflection for those who may not be seen by other stations or other content creative services? And I think having the experience of a day-to-day show where you're really bringing people out to talk about important things that are going on in the community and stories that are really inspiring, it's just an inspiring moment to say, like, I've been able to give voice to so many people, and the appreciation for that. It's really just a wonderful thing. It's fantastic.
And how about that Samantha Vance, huh? She's
Samantha
great.
Vance is incredible. I will say this, we started this show together as a team, but I can say that I moved into news, and happily Sam took that position, so it is a all-female led and created show, and I'm very proud for that.
I'm proud of us too.